FBI issues a warrant, Elon Musk sues. Whoopi Goldberg vanishes, and amidst the turmoil she declares her fear of being deported by Donald Trump as one of Hollywood's most influential figures. Whoopi has never shied away from confronting prominent individuals, but this time she's not just engaging in verbal disputes on TV, she's on the run. Is Goldberg genuinely breaking the law? Or is she merely trying to escape a much larger purge? Could this even be a power struggle between media, politics, and tech billionaires? She fears Trump, she fears deportation. What exactly is she afraid of, or is the most terrifying thing the truth she cannot reveal? These are perspectives based on my viewpoint. I dare not assert anything definitively. But if the following hypotheses are correct, Whoopi Goldberg's story will not conclude here. In the dazzling spotlight of Hollywood, Whoopi Goldberg has always been a radiant icon with a career spanning decades. She has left an indelible mark on audiences through her iconic roles and unique style. However, on a March morning in 2025, news of Goldberg's abrupt departure from the United States sent shockwaves through the public. The cause was reportedly linked to an FBI warrant following a lawsuit by billionaire Elon Musk. Rumors of Whoopi Goldberg's departure from the United States began circulating on social media and news sites. Multiple sources indicated she had boarded a private flight to an undisclosed location just before the arrest warrant was issued. Some fans expressed concern and surprise at this information, while others were skeptical of its authenticity. According to sources, Goldberg boarded a private flight late at night, just hours before the warrant was issued. Her destination remains a mystery, leading many to speculate about the actress's whereabouts. Some theories suggest she may have gone to Europe or a country without an extradition treaty with the United States. The secrecy surrounding this flight only intensified public curiosity. Many believe Goldberg had prior knowledge of the arrest warrant and had prepared an escape plan in advance. Some sources claim she consulted with legal and security experts to plan her departure from the United States safely. Her leaving just before the warrant was issued reinforces this hypothesis. Goldberg's fans were shocked by the news. Many expressed concern for her situation and hoped that everything would be resolved smoothly. On forums and social media, many shared memories and affections for the actress, wishing her a speedy recovery from her difficulties. Goldberg's departure from the United States raises many questions. Is she merely lying low to avoid media attention, or is something more serious happening? What is the FBI warrant related to Elon Musk's lawsuit? All these questions remain unanswered, leaving the public curious and anxious. The lawsuit between Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg stemmed from her comments about President Donald Trump's policies. Goldberg expressed concern that these policies could lead to wrongful deportations, including her own. She shared, "You just got to keep your eyes open, y'all, because if they can just come up and take somebody because they've made a decision that you're supposed to be that person, any one of us could find ourselves being deported to some country when we've never been there." These comments sparked controversy and drew a strong reaction from Elon Musk. Elon Musk, head of the Department of Government Effectiveness DOGE, was displeased with Goldberg's comments. He argued that she had spread misinformation and caused public panic. Musk decided to sue Goldberg for defamation and damage to his reputation. The lawsuit quickly garnered media and public attention. After the lawsuit was filed, the FBI conducted an investigation and uncovered some evidence related to Goldberg. Based on this evidence, the FBI issued a warrant for her arrest, however. Details of this evidence have not been released, leaving the public wondering about the severity of the case. The media quickly stepped in, reporting on Goldberg's departure from the United States, and the FBI warned major newspapers and television channels focused on the case, analyzing and hypothesizing about her reasons for leaving and her current legal, including people like herself. You just got to keep your eyes open, y'all, because if they can just come up and take somebody because they've made a decision that you're supposed to be that person, any one of us could find ourselves being deported to some country when we've never been there. These statements quickly spread, and Elon Musk, a strong supporter of the Trump administration, could not remain silent. He argued that Goldberg was intentionally spreading fear and misinformation, damaging the image of the administration and himself. Just a few days later, Musk officially filed a lawsuit alleging defamation, slander, and negative impact on his reputation. Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg had never had a good relationship. Musk had been publicly criticized by Goldberg many times for his controversial statements on political, technological, and social issues. Conversely, Musk had also repeatedly responded by mocking Goldberg on social media, exacerbating the conflict between them. However, the previous verbal exchanges between the two had only remained at the level of public debate in the media, never going so far as legal action. But this time was different. "This isn't just about me," Musk stated at a press conference after filing the lawsuit. "When someone spreads false information about an administration and a movement that is working to make this country better, it affects all of us, and I won't let it slide." Goldberg, known for being outspoken and unafraid of confrontation, did not remain silent either. Before the lawsuit was officially accepted, she spoke out in response: "If you want to sue me for speaking my mind, go ahead, but remember, I'm not the one who's afraid of the truth." Despite her strong declaration, it seems Goldberg did not expect matters to become so serious that the federal government would get involved initially. Elon Musk's lawsuit was merely a civil suit for defamation, but soon after, things quickly escalated when authorities began investigating Goldberg's statements more deeply. The FBI reportedly discovered some information that could make this lawsuit no longer a matter between two individuals, but potentially a criminal case. The specific allegations from the FBI have not been fully disclosed, but some sources suggest they are related to security and internal information. A widely circulated theory is that Goldberg may have accessed or disclosed some confidential information, making this matter much more serious than a typical dispute. Notably, immediately after the FBI became involved, Goldberg left the United States without explanation. This further fueled suspicions that she might have anticipated the more serious charges awaiting her. The FBI's involvement in this lawsuit shocked Hollywood. It is rare for a civil lawsuit to quickly turn into a criminal investigation, especially when it involves a celebrity like Goldberg. According to media reports, the FBI collected documents and interrogated several individuals related to the lawsuit, including members of Goldberg's team. Some sources even claim that her computer and personal devices were examined, leading to speculation that she might have possessed or shared information the government did not want to publicize. In response to press questions about whether the government was indeed interfering in this lawsuit to protect Musk's reputation, the White House issued only a brief statement. The administration does not interfere with ongoing investigations. But for many, this answer was not enough to dispel suspicions about the connection between Musk and the authorities. As soon as news of the lawsuit spread, Hollywood was in an uproar. People in the entertainment industry quickly split into two camps, one supporting Goldberg, the other siding with Musk. Goldberg's longtime colleagues, including many actors, directors, and producers, spoke out in her defense, arguing that this was an act of suppression of free speech. Meanwhile, Musk's supporters argued that Goldberg had gone too far and must be held accountable for her confidential information. This is bigger than a lawsuit. An anonymous government source revealed there are things going on behind the scenes that the public doesn't know about yet. The question now is, what did Goldberg do to provoke such a strong reaction from the federal government? The media did not waste time digging into every corner of the case. Some leaked documents suggest that Goldberg may have inadvertently or intentionally accessed sensitive information about influential figures in the tech and political worlds, including Elon Musk. This became even more suspicious when the FBI not only focused on the civil lawsuit between Goldberg and Musk, but also expanded its investigation into Goldberg's relationships with journalists, politicians, and even notorious hackers. One of the leaked documents revealed that Goldberg had contact with a group specializing in leaking confidential information online. This raised a frightening hypothesis. Did she really possess sensitive information about Musk or some other powerful entity? And if so, how did she obtain that information? You don't just wake up one day and suddenly find yourself being hunted by the FBI. Something big must have happened. A political analyst commented the situation became more complicated when Goldberg's personal emails and messages were also scrutinized. Some reports indicated that in recent months she had been having secret exchanges with social activists and investigative reporters. Were these just normal conversations, or was Goldberg really holding secrets that some people didn't want her to reveal? A notable detail in this case is that Goldberg has long been a vocal advocate for privacy and government surveillance. She publicly criticized the ability of major tech corporations, including Tesla and X, owned by Musk, to easily access users' personal data. In a recent discussion, Goldberg expressed her concerns: if they can track everything we do, everything we say, then what kind of freedom do we really have? These words at the time were just seen as a political statement, but now they carry a completely different meaning. Some began to wonder, was Goldberg merely a supporter of freedom of information, or was she actually involved in a larger conspiracy to expose the secrets of the powerful? Undeniably, in an age where information is power, possessing or revealing crucial information can make someone a target of powerful forces. Goldberg may have gone too far, and now she is paying the price. Many experts argue that this case is not just a criminal matter, but actually a power struggle between two forces: the media and the tech industry. In recent years, Elon Musk has continuously increased his influence in many areas, from technology and finance to media. After acquiring X, he directly confronted many journalists, major media outlets, and even Hollywood, which has always been critical of him. On the other hand, Goldberg is one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry, with great influence over the public and the ability to sway public opinion. Her confrontation with Musk was not just personal, but also deeply political. Some analysts suggest that This lawsuit is just the tip of a much larger iceberg. Musk may have sought to use the legal system to bring down Goldberg, while Goldberg may be trying to uncover a secret Musk doesn't want to reveal. Who is right, who is wrong, no one can say for sure, but one thing is certain: this is not just an ordinary lawsuit. The deeper we delve into the case, the more questions arise. Did Goldberg really commit an unforgivable mistake, or is she just a victim of political and power defense? People expected Oprah Winfrey, who once had a close relationship with Goldberg, to say something, but Oprah remained completely silent. People waited for colleagues who had worked with Goldberg, like Robin Williams if he were still alive, or actors who had shared the screen with her, to express their views. But no, they all chose to remain silent, as if they didn't want to get involved in this matter. Do they really believe Goldberg is guilty, or are they afraid of a force even greater than Goldberg's reputation? Of course, not everyone turned their backs. Some of Goldberg's longtime colleagues and friends were still willing to speak up, even knowing it could get them into trouble. Anna Navarro, a familiar face on The View, did not hesitate to defend Goldberg on television. This is outrageous. Whoopi has been a truth teller all her life, and now they're trying to silence her. We need to ask ourselves who benefits from this. Joy Behar, a longtime colleague of Goldberg, also frankly expressed her skepticism about the lawsuit. I've known Whoopi for decades. She's outspoken, she's bold, but she's not a criminal. Something about this whole thing just doesn't add up. Their words sparked a new debate. Is this lawsuit really about justice, or is it just a ploy to silence Goldberg? While a few people spoke out in defense of Goldberg, others quickly took this opportunity to jump on the bandwagon. A veteran actor who had worked with Goldberg in the past shared cryptically, "Maybe it's time for some people to take responsibility for their words and actions. No one is above the law." Some prominent figures in the media who had previous conflicts with Goldberg also did not miss the opportunity to criticize her. They argued that Goldberg had gone too far, that she had abused her position to manipulate public opinion, and now she had to face the consequences. These criticisms came not only from those who disliked Goldberg, but also from figures who had once stood alongside her. What does this show? Perhaps Goldberg is not only fighting a lawsuit, but she is also facing a much more powerful force, a force ready to remove her from the industry forever. When Goldberg's case exploded, Hollywood not only witnessed the division between her supporters and opponents, but also entered a larger debate. Are artists really free to speak their minds, or do they always have to be wary of becoming targets of powerful forces? Those who stood by Goldberg argued that this was a direct attack on freedom of speech. They believed that Goldberg was being punished simply for daring to speak out against the powerful, but on the other side, critics argued that as an influential person, Goldberg had to be held accountable for what she said. They argued that she could not use her reputation to spread controversial information without facing consequences. And so Hollywood was divided. Debates took place not only on television, but also on social media, movie forums, and in the lavish parties that only insiders could attend. Who is right, who is wrong? The answer is still unclear, but one thing is certain: Goldberg is no longer an unconditionally beloved figure. There is an unwritten rule in Hollywood: you can make mistakes, you can have scandals, but if you have enough support, you can still come back. However, this time things are not that simple. If the lawsuit against Goldberg is not just a media war, but a real legal battle, her road back will be extremely difficult. an entertainment industry insider. Speaking anonymously shared with TMZ, Hollywood is a place that forgives. But it never forgets. If this case turns against Whoopi, she might never make a comeback. Nevertheless, a more important question remains unanswered. Will Goldberg return to face justice? The FBI warrant is still valid. Federal agents continue to track Goldberg's whereabouts, even though she has left the United States. Rumors about her hiding place continue to surface. Some suggest she has gone to Europe, where she has many friends in the arts. Others believe she is hiding in a country without an extradition treaty with the United States. But can Goldberg hide forever? A source close to her revealed to the media Whoopi is considering all her options. She knows she can't run forever. If she comes back, it will be on her terms. Does that mean Goldberg is planning a comeback? The public is divided into two camps. One / Goldberg will reappear in a grand trial, turning it into the biggest media event of the year. 2 / she will disappear forever, living a mysterious life somewhere no one can find her. No one knows the answer, but one thing is certain: if Goldberg does return, she will face a legal battle fiercer than ever. Hollywood scandals are not uncommon, but Whoopi Goldberg's case is perhaps one of the strangest events ever. A legendary actress fleeing amidst a legal vortex. One of the world's most powerful billionaires pursuing the lawsuit to the end. An FBI warrant issued and a public more divided than ever. The final question remains unanswered. Is this a story about justice, or is it a power struggle in the shadows where Whoopi Goldberg is just a pawn in a much larger game? No matter how this story ends, one thing is certain: Hollywood will never forget the lawsuit of Whoopi Goldberg, and Elon Musk will